This is the plaintiff, Thomas Swain. He says he and the defendant are both contractors, and they work on the same job sometimes. But one day, while they were working together, the defendant knocked over his laser leveler and broke it. The defendant hasn't gotten it fixed. He's surprised the defendant hasn't taken responsibility for his actions, and so he's suing him for the $1,300 he's owed. This is the defendant, Daniel Tyler. He says the plaintiff placed the laser on a rickety table, and he was carrying wood back and forth, and it fell over. The guy picks it up, doesn't look at it, then places it in its box and tells him, "It's fine, just go get it fixed." Turns out the thing still operates perfectly, but has a small crack in the readout window. He thinks the crack was already there, and the plaintiff's trying to get over on him, and this was a big setup. Deceitful people bother him, and he doesn't owe the dishonest plaintiff a red cent. He's accused of knocking things out of whack.
Okay, Mr. Swain, you are suing Mr. Tyler, I guess your former co-worker, for $1,300 in damages you say you have sustained as a result of him busting up one of your tools by his clumsiness. Tell me what happened.
Good morning, Your Honor. A few days before Thanksgiving, me and Mr. Tyler were setting a deck level, and my laser was out on a table out in the open, and I had my back turned to it, and I heard him say an expletive, and I turned around, my laser's on the ground.
What is your laser? Describe what this is.
It's a building laser. Actually it's a pretty expensive tool. It can set level, it can set different grades, it can transfer level lines.
I don't know what that means.
It automatically will project a level line onto a building. My particular laser has a receiving unit that will tell you what's level on the building, and you measure off of that to set the ledger board, which is what we were working on. It just quickly and easily gets things level and plumb for you.
Okay.
It reduces time.
Why was your level on the table? Was it in use at the time?
It was.
Okay, and how was it in use? What were you doing with it?
We were setting the grade. We were setting the deck level, the ledger board level, and I was checking it, and as I was doing it, my back was turned to the table, and I heard Dan say, "Oops." He hit the table. I turned around. My laser's on the ground.
What did he hit the table with?
I didn't see it, so I'm going to assume himself.
Okay. Was he carrying anything?
He had his tool belt on.
Anything else?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right.
We reset it up. I did some tests to correspond to see if the laser was still working, meaning being able to see if everything was still in level with my receiver unit, and that was what was really telling me there was something wrong with the unit itself.
Did you do that in front of him?
We both did it, correct.
And then did you tell him there's something wrong with, did you discuss it?
I asked him, I said, "Dan, you got to take care of this."
And what did he say?
He's like, "Yeah, no problem, bro."
So then you packed it up.
I packed it up and I put it in his truck.
All right. And then how big is this item? Do you have the item here?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Can I see it?
Bring it up, yeah.
Wow, that's not like the thing I have on my iPhone.
Would you like me to?
Not exactly
You
the
want me to bring
same.
it closer, Your Honor?
I do.
Right up in the statue.
I will not, don't worry.
Right this way.
Looks like the robot from The Incredibles. All right. What does this thing do? It emits a laser. I don't want to hurt anybody's eyes. Can you put it on the floor?
Yes, ma'am.
You put it on the floor there.
Okay.
And what's all the other stuff that's actually, you know what? I'm going to have you go ahead and go back. I'm going to have you, since it's your tool, come and explain this whole little setup to me. What's still going on in there? What's that stuff?
This is the receiver unit.
Okay.
That would allow us to transfer, for instance, if we had used this line, I could pick that line up and transfer it perfectly level to that wall with
So that if you were working on that wall, you would know that whatever height you were reaching was going to be level with this.
I could make it level with that.
Okay. According to you, this thing still works?
Yes, ma'am.
You say there's nothing wrong with it?
That is correct.
If there's nothing wrong with it, then why did you take it to get fixed?
Because at the time, Your Honor, after Tom had done a test that I didn't think was adequate, I didn't check it
Whoa.
at that point because it wasn't my laser.
How did you find out there's nothing wrong with it?
Because after sending it to a lab that couldn't work on it, the people said, had you done a calibration test, meaning myself? And I said, no, I had not.
So you took his word for it. You didn't test it yourself. You took it someplace that said you should test it yourself, and then you tested it yourself. So apparently you're not above testing it yourself. According to you, you tested it and it worked.
That is correct.
Okay, so is it possible to test this in here?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
That sound would tell me that things are level. Now, clearly going up and down like this, it would beep. It comes into level with a steady sound like that, and you can clearly see
If it's sounding off nonstop,
if it's beeping, then that sound right there is when it's in level. When it's beeping, it's telling me I'm getting close to level, and right now, it doesn't matter where I hold it.
right. So you feel that something happened to drop that, and that's affecting the way it
The
communicates with the receiver.
calibration inside this.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Your Honor,
What
may
say
I say
you
something?
happened?
Well, he turned on the vertical, not the horizontal,
Okay, so you make it work.
okay? This, it shoots all the way around the room, so it'll show over on the wall there, not just here, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine. Now
So-
make their transmitter work.
The transmitter wasn't in question, Your Honor. What I
You're
want-
not listening to me. I'm not buying that stuff. I need the entire thing to work, or I want an answer on why not and what it costs to fix. Okay. It's not supposed to do that, right?
No, ma'am.
Right. Okay. So it's exactly the same test he just ran, you just ran, and you had the same result, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Go ahead and go back to your lectern and tell me what happened that day. Thank you for turning that off.
That day, Your Honor, the laser was probably set up for at least a half hour, 45 minutes we had been using it, because Tom had been rechecking grades and rechecking grades. Yes, I did bump into the table that day, but I also think Tom was negligent on how he set his laser up, how close he set his laser up. And generally, when we set up a laser on an outside job site, we set it up a good distance away from where we're going to be working. The area in which we're working, we have 16-foot 2x10 boards, which weigh probably close to 200 pounds, that we're carrying back and forth to help build this deck with. So with that being said,
Did you have a board in your hand when you knocked it over, or no?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay?
And did you know it was there when you knocked it over?
Yes, I knew
All right.
the laser
So then why
had been
isn't
there.
it just a pure accident as opposed to his negligence and where he set it up? You kind of lose that argument when it's in a place where open and notorious to you for, according to your testimony, 30 minutes, not 5, 30 to 45 minutes. You know exactly where it is. You just accidentally ran into it.
But, Your Honor, the point is, it had no business being set up that close to us. You just don't do it with an $800
Right,
level.
that's fine if the homeowner is going to sue him because it wasn't level because he used it negligently. But when you are trying to escape liability for knocking it down, you know, you'd have to show me things like, who knew he was going to put it there? Because that doesn't work. Well, you knew he was going to put it there because according to you, you saw it for 30 minutes to 45 minutes. You accidentally, you know, not on purpose, obviously, you accidentally walked into it and knocked it over. What I don't understand is it costs a certain amount to recalibrate this. How is it that nobody here has the evidence of what it would cost to send it to the manufacturer and recalibrate it?
Your Honor, I did talk to the manufacturer. It's $400 to replace if they can't recalibrate.
What about recalibrating it?
There's a certain guideline, a certain limits within which they can recalibrate, and if they cannot recalibrate...
What if they can? What does it cost?
I don't have that answer.
Oh, come on. Of course you do. You took the
I
effort to
talked
call.
to somebody on the phone, Your Honor.
You're gonna make me get off this bench and make this phone call. I'm like the police. I don't like to have to chase you, okay? If I chase you, somebody's gonna have to pay. All right? You know what I'm talking about, right? You're gonna make me take a recess, go out there when you and I both know that if you spoke to them, man, you're a smart guy. I've been talking to you for this whole trial. You're gonna tell me you called them, you found out what it cost to replace, but you never asked them what it cost to calibrate. You just don't want the lesser figure. I'm not stupid. I know it may not get recalibrated, but I'm asking you for the evidence. Don't tell me that you never got it.
I'm an honest man. I did not ask them for that.
Fabulous.
That's it, period. I did
Okay,
not. I asked for
gotcha.
how much
Okay.
it costs to for the replacement.
All right. Court's in recess.
All rise.
May I have the laser?
Yep.
So his defense is, oh, you know what? It shouldn't have been sitting in the furniture, the laser. Is that a defense?
No, it's not at all. He's working the job. He needs to make sure that he's watching his way when he's walking around.
But he's saying, well, it shouldn't have been in the chair.
Well, be responsible, be careful, watch what you're doing.
Okay, you know what?
Thanks, guys. Have a seat.
Enough said. Going inside the courtroom.
The very helpful Pacific Laser Company says as follows. In order to calibrate it, to recalibrate it, it is $125. In order to replace it, it is $375. Okay? So what I am going to order is a contingent verdict. I am going to order all this returned to you today. I am going to give you a judgment in the amount of $125. And if you provide to me proof from Pacific Laser Company that says that they cannot recalibrate, that needs to be replaced, that judgment will then be changed to $375. Plus, of course, anything else that you would be out, like shipping and handling in order to get that accomplished, plus, of course, your court costs. That way you would be made whole. As for your argument that it's not your fault because he misused it, that just doesn't hold an ounce of water in front of me. When you see the item, know it's there, and just clumsily knock it over. All right? That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
All right, both sides hold on right there, please.
Well, here's the defendant leaving the courtroom. Step on in here and give me your feeling about this ruling.
I just don't think it was right. I think he is responsible for the way he sets up the laser on the job site, and that it shouldn't have been put on an old rickety table that looked like it came something out of the Civil War era.
Well, you guys have worked together a few times. What does this mean about working together in the future?
I don't think so. I think Tom burned a bridge.
Mm-hmm. All right. Head right around the corner. Let's see what the plaintiff says about the way the judge ruled in this case for you. You satisfied how this comes out now, finally?
I'm happy it's over. I just wish that Dan would have been accountable for his actions prior to this. I did make every attempt to get this squared away. We live, 20 minutes away from each other. He had every opportunity to make this right with me, and it's disappointing that I had to come here to try to get this resolved.
All right. Over to Harvey then.
Okay, so the plaintiff sent the laser to the company for repair. They calibrated it. It works fine now. So all the plaintiff got in this case was shipping costs. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.